on the weaknesses: selfishness, greed, cupidity, and stupidity of the bulk of mankind, the great masses of sheeple that roam across the plains of the earth. All of them looking for a free handout. None of them understanding that nothing is free, and all of the handouts ultimately come from them to begin with. Government has no industry, has no way to make a nickel. All of the money that government has comes from your pockets. And whatever you get from the government has been looted first before you ever even get a penny of it. But you think you're getting something from nothing, something free, don't you? Well, that something free, ladies and gentlemen, costs you 6 months of labor to pay for every year. You have to work for 6 full months to pay the piper before you can start to work to put anything in your pocket. And I'm being conservative in my estimate because it's really a lot more once you add up all the interest and usury that you pay and the hidden taxes that you don't even know are there. It's more than 6 months. And to think, you really believe that the Founding Fathers instigated a revolution so that they didn't have to pay a few pennies in tea tax. And that's not the reason for the revolution at all. It was because the Bank of England tried to take away our ability to create and control our own money. Robeson, in his Proofs of a Conspiracy, sums up Weishaupt's Illuminist program as follows, quote, "In the lodges, death was declared eternal sleep. Patriotism and loyalty were called narrow-minded prejudices incompatible with benevolence. They meant to abolish laws which protected property accumulated by long-continued and successful industry, and to prevent future accumulations, they intended to root out all religion and ordinary morality, to break the bonds of domestic life by destroying veneration for marriage vows and by taking the education of children out of the hands of parents," end quote. All of this is happening right in front of your eyes, and you don't even understand because you don't study history. You don't read Robeson. You've never picked up a book by Goethe or Hegel or Kant. You never read Aristotle. And these things are not taught in our schools anymore because the next generation is not supposed to know it. They cannot be slaves if they understand what is being worked upon them. You see, these plans could only derive from a successful imposition on mankind of the organizational aspects of this conspiracy. This organization, modified to adapt it to the American conditions, are embodied in Clinton Roosevelt's book called Science of Government. Direct derivatives of such organization are the administrative phases of Weishaupt's conspiracy. They are, in effect, the following essential measures, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll give you those after this pause. To the Hour of the Time. I'm William Cooper. It was these same Illuminists, ladies and gentlemen, working through the conspiratorial organization and their henchmen in government who destroyed, debased the monetary system of the United States of America, who took us off of real money, gold and silver coin, and plunged us into the continual and constant and never-ending inflation of a paper counterfeit money system called Federal Reserve notes, which is not federal. There is no reserve. They are not notes by any legal definition of the term. And they're not dollars. The dollar is a unit of measurement, a specific unit of measurement for a specific weight and purity of silver coin, and that is what's called a dollar. Do you know why that our coins are sandwiched now? You see, our coins used to be real silver, and we used to have real silver dollars. And we used to have silver certificates which were backed by an equivalent value and weight and purity of silver coin in a vault somewhere, and no dollar could be issued without that backing. They were called silver certificates, and when they said $1, they meant it. Could be exchanged for $1 in real money. Not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have what looks like silver coins. You see, these people are very smart. They know that you don't know anything about money, so all they have to do is put up the illusion that you're dealing with money. And so that when they changed, when they debased our coinage, when they destroyed our money system and made our coins out of copper, they just coated it with a substance that appears to be silver on both sides so that you wouldn't know the difference. But if you turn it on edge and look at it, you'll see that it is a copper coin. Why do they go to the trouble of putting a layer of silver on both sides if it's a copper coin? Why not just make copper coins? It would be cheaper. Well, folks, they don't want you to start asking questions. They don't want you to see that you're really not dealing with silver. And as long as it looks like it's silver, you will accept it as silver. Because for the most part, most people are ignorant, apathetic, and yes, even stupid. We have allowed ourselves to be robbed. Our nation is being stolen right from under our feet, and we all march around knowing that something's terribly wrong, but it can't happen here, and it could never happen to me. You need to learn about money. You need to call Swiss America Trading, ask for a copy of the free newsletter. Tell them that you're a listener to the Hour of the Time, and you'll get red carpet treatment. Ask them how you can get your hands on some real money. And it's not expensive like you might think. You can set up a program where you send so much each month. Once they've accumulated X number of dollars, you get X number of coins, silver or gold, whatever you decide, whatever you choose, in whatever price range you want. But you need to do it. You must do it. For when all of this phoniness comes tumbling down around our ears, as it has always done in all instances that it has ever been propagated in history, if you don't have some real money to fall back on, you're doomed. You are just doomed. I'm sorry to have to say that to your face, but it is the truth. And if I could, I would reach through this microphone right out through the speaker of your radio and slap you upside the head to try to awaken you to the truth of what is happening to you in this country. Call 1-800-289-2646. That's 1-800-BUY-COIN. 1-800-289-2646, folks, and do it now. You'll be glad that you did. I can't guarantee you that gold and silver coins will still be non-confiscatable, non-reportable in the next 2 hours. The way that they have adapted this conspiracy to American conditions in this country, ladies and gentlemen, are as follows. The overthrow of